Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Into the Breach. Today's beverage is prune juice. I don't particularly like it, but somebody else bought it and it's almost past its expiry date, so I really don't like waste, hence the consumption. So in the previous episode, we finished off the Archive Island on the top left here. You can see it's now secured. We've also previously finished off the RST Island, which means if we really wanted to, we can go ahead and try the final mission, which is Volcanic Hive. However, I think we just continue on and see how far we can go with this, and we now have two choices, either Pinnacle Robotics or Detritus Disposal. Now, for Pinnacle Robotics, you can see at the bottom what the enemies are. We have no spiders there. Oh, no, sorry, we do have a spider there. Okay. And there's a lot of really horrible robots that sort of get flung around in Pinnacle Robotics. And we've got Detritus as well, which doesn't have spiders, but it does have the things that's like fling up mountains all the way around it. What I think I'm going to do is go for Pinnacle Robotics because it is, I think, one of the harder ones for the flame mechs to deal with, and I'd rather verse it earlier rather than later, so let's go for that one there. So this is Pinnacle. So, Pinnacle Robotics Head Office. On behalf of Pinnacle, I welcome you. The climate on our island isn't ideal for humans, but the low temperatures are vital for machine life to thrive. So, we have cold storage, break 5 buildings out of the ice, and block Vex spawning 3 times. We have Life Basin, which is defensive shields active and kill at least 7 enemies, and the Shielded Vaults, which is Vex threat detected, defend both robotic factories. Let's have a click on that. We can see the robotic factories are over there, and they'll probably spawn stuff. Factories are manufacturing hostile machines, but there are hundreds of innocent lives within. So we'd have to fight both of them. I think we're going to go for cold storage, which is break 5 buildings out of the ice and block Vex spawning 3 times. So let's go for that. One of my environmental processes crashed, and the result was this entire city encased in ice. The lives within are still functioning, but they will die if not freed in time. So let's go for this one. And you can see there's some spawns there. We are going to show ourselves in a hopefully decent position like so, and we will confirm it. They have, by the look of it, well, 4 Vex, one of them being an elite one. Let's just see what they do. So they've got was that a repair Sion? I think it was. And some of the others were attacking. That's fine. And there we go. So we need to break 5 buildings out of the ice, which is current 0, and block Vex spawning 3 times. So we have a Soldier Sion, which has a passive bonus of other Vex receive +1 HP as long as the Sion is living. So on its turn, which will be on phase 1, it's going to heal everybody up. Is that correct? Or does it just give health? I think it does just give health, you know. Hang on, Firefly. Yes, it does. So it's just extra health. That's all it is. So we need to try and deal with these. That does only have a little bit of health. We could probably go ahead and well, we'll see what we can do with this artillery mech. So to block stuff spawning 3 times, we could ideally we want to move that one to there so it blocks that. We could go there and then push it with our acid projector. That would stop that spawning there, but that would also fire. So I would take a point of damage and it would also go back and hit into that. Now, hitting that and hitting that isn't a problem because that's going to break 2 of the 5 buildings out of the ice. It does say break 5 buildings out of the ice. It doesn't specifically say that we have to break that. We could go here and then whack that with some flame, which would push it there. And then that would fire and hit it for 1 damage, hit back 2, but into there, break the ice. That's a good start. The problem being that it will not, sadly, block that one there. If we go there and whack it with our Mercury Fist, which only has 1 use, that'll cause 4 damage to that thing there. That's a lot of damage, but I think we'll save that for later. Can we go there and teleport, is the question. There and teleport is possible, which means that it would absolutely annihilate that thing there, because that's going to cause how much damage with its projectile? 3 damage with its projectile, so it would kill that in one go. That would be very, very good indeed. And that would put me in a position where I'm ready to block next turn. That's okay. I could then go there and then smash that up. I don't know if that's the best course of action, but I'll probably just set it on fire for now and let it deal with that. And then the artillery can deal with... The artillery can actually push that back into there, which blocks that spawning. So a 1 block spawn. That's going to be a charger though. Well, hang on. We could be a bit naughty here. If we go there, and do and swap, would that work? No, that wouldn't work. If we go there and swap, it would put us so that this thing is going to kill that one. That's fine, and not in the line of fire. The other option is we can go there and swap, which makes it charge, which will do... How much damage does the charge do? 1 damage. Not good enough. I think the original idea of that is fine. So fire. See, the thing is I can do that and push it back. No, I think the original idea was fine. There. Swap. And then there. Oh, and that would cause the damage that I want anyway. Perfect. Okay, end the turn. So it's going to burn for a bit of fire. And then it's going to fire to break that out of the ice. It's going to charge forward and break that out of the ice. That's going to fire and kill its own thing. And there we go. I've blocked one spawn, and then there's another one spawn there. So that's not too bad. This is going to be a difficult round, though, this one. Okay. Not as difficult as I thought. So this one is still a problem. That's going to kill me in one shot, so that's not ideal. So we want to get rid of a couple. We could swap behind it. That would get rid of that. Having to deal with this charger beetle is going to be an issue. So I think deal with this one, get rid of that. Actually, if we go there, that's going to kill those two. It doesn't block the spawn though. But it does allow me to swap this into there and block the spawn, which will help. Okay. But then we're still left with that one and that one. Going there blocks that spawn, and then doing that would kill that one, so he's free to move. It wouldn't, however... Oh, if I do that, actually, it would push that one according to that. And then that'll be out of the way, and that's still on fire. So even though it won't kill it... Ah, but then I can't move. I have to kill that first. I have to use the pushback to kill that first, you see. But then we've still got that one and... that one to deal with. We could push that out of the way. Well, actually, see that there? If I do that now, I'll kill that one just by the pushback, and then that one hasn't fired yet. Ah, okay. Point of damage, perhaps, but not a big problem. Right. Go on then. Do that. That kills that one. This one's free to go there and then swap. Okay. And then this one is free to do that. End turn. So there's the fire damage on those two. That one's going to fire and break some ice. Oh, shit, just crack a bit of ice. That's going to hit a mountain. That one's going to fire and do nothing. And then we've got the spawns, which is bit of damage. And then bit of damage, 1 health to dead. That's a problem. That is a big, big problem. So... I've blocked all of the Vex spawning, so I don't need to worry about that now. We can ignore that. The problem is just the sheer amount of damage that's going to be caused here. That one's dead this turn, so we don't need to worry about that Firefly. This one will be charging forward and cause a lot of pain. However, if I move out the way, it's just going to charge to the end, that Firefly. We do need to get rid of this, though. And I am tempted to literally just go there and whack it really hard for 4 damage with that big mech hit. And that is an option. The other option is that I get this out of the way, down to here, for example, and I just heal. I just heal up, mech repair. I go to here, and then swap with that there, which means they're just going to attack each other. The one that will fire first will be that one. So that's totally acceptable. So that one's going to fire first, I believe. No, it's not. The charge is going to go for 3 and hit into there. Oh, it's all going to kick off then. So the charge is first. Yeah, fire on 1. And then 2, this one here, but that'll already be dead. Then 3, the charger, which will go forward and hit that, causing a point of damage. And then it'll fire back, killing that charger that's just pushed it back. Well, I think that's going to be a heal on that one. And we've still got our artillery piece, which if we hit there, is going to do nothing. So where do we want to go? Well, I think... honestly, just putting more fire down is probably the way forward. Let's just do that. Putting fire on the spawns, you see, and it's still going to have the same effect as what we wanted for. There's the fire, yeah, and there's the fire, and then there's the fire, and then there's going to be a charge, which is going to cause a point of damage, and then it's going to fire back, killing its own thing. Right, okay, so what we're going to do this turn is pretty much dig out the remaining... oh, can I do it? Current 2, I don't think I can do it. I might have messed up here. I don't think I can remove the remaining ice. I should have spent the time firing at that against that one. That is a problem. That's a shame. They're just going to kill each other, and that's already dead. So I don't need to worry about that. I do need to, however, I need to worry about breaking these out of the ice, which that would break it there. I hope, anyway. And what was the other option? Would flame break those 2 out of the ice? I don't know. I'm going to attempt it. It does break those out of the ice, and then we could use this to break that out of the ice. Like so. I hope that fire doesn't absolutely annihilate the other stuff. I don't think it does, though. And then, because I can... I'm going to acid that like so. And then end the turn. And then 1 fire. Yeah, another fire. And then that'll hit in the ground, do nothing. That'll charge forward, and then... Oh, that'll fire there first, and that'll charge forward, and then do a bit of damage. Another kill. And there we go. Perfect island. Lovely. Good, good, good. It felt chaotic at the start, but I think we got there in the end. So we did break the 5 buildings out of ice and block the Vex spawning. No civilian problems. Defense grid on full. Perfect. Excellent. Good start. So, next options. Lifeless basin or shielded vaults. Well, we're going to have to do the shielded vaults eventually, so let's get on with it now. So, they're producing hostile machines, and we have to defend both robot factories. So, let's start the mission. So, we've got one of the health ones. We've got a leaper. Is that a leaper? A leaper, yeah. Alpha Scarab and a standard Scarab. So we're going to go for mech there, and then mech there. And then we will confirm the landing. Hopefully this doesn't shatter. It does not. Perfect. So, a lot of these Scarabs tend to focus on the mechs, which I'm glad about. We do ideally need to get rid of that sooner rather than later. There's the hostile robots, which are always a problem. So, how am I going to do this? Well, it's very tempting for me to just do that and just set both on fire. It's also extremely tempting just to do that and just cause a lot of damage 4 in one go. But I also need to get rid of those. So I could go there and do that, which is going to be not an ideal move. How many that causes how much damage? The leaper causes 3 damage. Well, in fact, the best place for me to go would technically be there, because then I can hit there. It's going to push people all over the place, and... Oh, I've got a plan here. I can kill that in one go, and then get that killed in one go. Perfect, okay. What I want to do is I want to use that artillery piece to push that one there, this leaper there, because then when it attacks for 3, it'll kill that soldier Sion in one hit, and... yeah, that's fine. We want the Alpha Scarab, but when the artillery hits there, to go there, and then we can either use my swap mech to swap with it to plunge it into the water, because you can see there's a hole in the ice there, and that'll kill it immediately, which is excellent. Or we can go around the back of it and push it with the acid flinger, and then it's just this guy left. So what do we want to do with that? We could, I think, go there and hit it with flame now, and that would... that would set it on fire, break a bit more of the ice, and also put it in there for a spawn, and I think that's a good idea. So that's going to go there. The artillery piece is going to go there, which will push people around like so, and also destroy a bit of the ice. And then we want that to go there, and then swap straight into it, and then we will end the turn. And that's going to be another bit of fire damage. That's fine. Oh, looks like the robot got destroyed because of the backburn. I didn't think about that one. I have to defend the factories, but not the robots that it spawns. So I'm totally happy with that. So, it spawned some more robots. You can see it stopped one of the spawners. This thing is going to charge forward and hit our shields. However, if we simply move out of the way, it's going to hit that there and drop into the ice and kill itself. So again, I'm not really too bothered. This thing is on full health, but it doesn't have to be. We can easily hit it with flame and it'll get itself killed. I am of the opinion that we should probably try and... I don't want to block all of the spawns. The more spawns you block, the less experience you get. Remember, you only get experience from killing the Vec. So we want to kill the Vec as much as possible. So I'm going to leave that to drop itself in the water and basically go glug glug until the bubbles stop. And then I probably want to start putting some fire out on these tiles here. So when they do spawn, they get set on fire. This one... probably going to bring over and just hit it with flame like that. It's only got 1 health, and again, more fire around here will probably be a good idea. Although, I'm moving a bit farther away from the places I really want to be. Is that only a push? Yeah, it's a pushback and an acid, so I don't really want that either. I'm also very concerned that I'm removing a lot of these water tiles, you see. Water tiles you can't fire when you're in it. The only thing that can activate is the floaty one, my swap mech. And what type of... that's an artillery mech, so it's going to launch VK-8 rocket Mark IIs. It's not powered yet, but it will be. It will be. Realistically, that's the only one that can hit that. So I think that is the right call. There we go. Because there's fire on that one and then fire on there. That's pretty good. We can easily kill this one if we wanted to like that. And it's going to break ice, which we'll do. And then quite frankly, there's nothing else I really need to do. Can you acid a tile? No, you can't, sadly. Can I kill that somehow? I'm just leaving it to do its own business is perfectly fine. I'm just gonna put it in the center there and just let it crack on. I think that's the best course of action. Acid a mountain, doesn't really matter what we do. So the fire's going to kill off the one on the left, which defends the factory. This one's going to charge and go splash. There we go, and that's some experience across the board with a level up. We've got a couple of spawns, which is looks like to be nothing too bad. One of them that spawned, as you can see here, is already on fire because of our previous endeavours, so while that's being nice, warm and toasty, it's going to... yes, that doesn't really worry about that, doesn't matter. We have a couple of things to deal with. We have this thing that's just arrived. We have the firefly here, and we have this firefly here. Now, there's water right in front of it, but not that far. If we do that, however, and swap, it will kill it, and that is perfect for me. This one's already dead, so we don't have to worry about it. This one, quite frankly, I was just going to hit it with a mercury fist and get it destroyed immediately. Then this one, we can use a backburn. Yep, I think I've talked myself into that, haven't I? Okay, so we'll swap there, and that will splash that into the water. There's another kill. We will use a mercury fist and then kill it immediately, pretty much. Yeah, there we go. And then this one, we will move... actually, we're going to have to move over to there and then hit it like so, and then that sets that on fire, and then we'll end the turn, and then we're going to get the fire. So there's the one fire on that one, and then second, and job done. And then there's just 2 more spawns. Again, there's another 2 kills. That can go there, that'll swap out to there. There's a splash. This can go there, and then it can push into that, and there's another splash, and quite frankly, I can just end the turn, and there's nothing else to deal with. And there you go, another perfect island. Wow, that was real good. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. 3 promotions as well. +1 mech reactor, +1 mech reactor, and +1 mech reactor. Beautiful. Okay, so excellent. We've got good reactors on this one. Which means I'm going to... I can't put extra range on that one, sadly. I am going to put instead an additional health, I think. I don't want to go for health or movement. 5 movement might be a bit better. For this one, though, we can't give it an additional use. We can give it +1 damage, though, on the Mercury Fist. Not that I think it really matters. 5 damage or extra health. We've already got 3 health and a shield. I think we can manage with that. For the artillery piece, I'm just going to give it additional health. I would like the extra damage, but it requires 3 upgrades, and I don't want to remove the extra move. Having the extra move is worth it. And for this one, the extra range would be very, very good indeed. However, I think it being on 4 health enough anyway, because of the mech HP there, I think the extra move will be fine. So we have 2 more options. We have Central Cryonics, which is a Vec threat detected, obviously. End the battle with less than 4 mech damage and protect the coal plant. The local coolant station abandoned, releasing... or detonator, rather. Where did it get abandoned from? Releasing storms of cryo-nanites into the atmosphere. Avoid them at your mechs... maybe frozen. Sorry, my headset's just fallen off. Maybe flash frozen. So, don't go near the ice storms. Large areas of the map will periodically freeze solid. Okay. Central processor, we have, I calculate there is still 373 cryo mines in the area intended for pacification of hostile machines. Keep your senses on high. Kill at least 7 enemies and protect the coal plant. And there's loads of mines, as you can see. I don't think that's really possible for us because they'll mainly be frozen and we don't want to then defrost them to then try to kill them. So I'm going to go for this one here, I think. So here we are. And there's the spawn. So already that's not a great spawn for us, actually. We have Alpha Scarab, Alpha Leaper, Firefly, Beetle, and the Sion. Okay. And then we have Ice Storms. I think it's going to be roll of the dice. Wherever the ice spawns come, there's a pod landing right there as well, so we ideally want that. That's actually a good ice storm for us. That's perfect. So let's just see where all the stuff's going to go. And wow, that jumps far, doesn't it? That's a problem, though. That is a very big problem, that thing. Darn. Okay, so let's just check the order of attack. So fire damage is 0. So fire damage goes first, then the environment, then the enemy actions, and then enemies emerge. So these 2 here will be frozen stiff. Okay, so we don't need to worry about those 2. They're going to be doing nothing. We need to worry about a couple of things. This one, the Alpha Leaper, is the prime one. I am honestly just thinking about smashing it in the face. I don't think there's any reason why we can't do that. Give it 1 hit and call it done. This one's a problem, although when we free that one, we should be able to go there and drag it, or go there and swap it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can. And then that one with a bit of flame. Okay, let's do that way. I'm going to go there, though, and bat it, because not only does that gather the pod, it also kills what we wanted to. We're going to go here, and we will swap out to there, which will plunge that into the water, and there's another kill. These, as I said, are going to be frozen, so it's just this one to deal with, which means I want to set it... I want to get flame on there, but I want to put as much flame out as possible. So, having it like that is not great because we're putting flame in an area which already has it. We could go there and then light it up, but that's only going to put flame back there, and we really don't need it there. And it also is putting us further away from the centre, which I like to be. So, although look, we have a lot of movement, don't we? There is another option. The other option is to push it into there and it'll get frozen, but that means that it's permanently trapped in ice, giving that passive bonus, which is not good. So I think the best option is to just set it on fire. And I'll just double check. Fire is number 1, environments 2. Yes, so even though fire, when we first moused over, it said 0 for the order, the sequence is still being maintained, even if the numbers have changed slightly. The order is exactly the same. So there's the fire, and now we get the freeze. There we go, and then we get the spawns, and then that's it. Excellent. So, we've only got 1 spawn, so we can probably deal with that fairly easily. So that again is fire damage on 1, so that will be killed via the fire for the freeze. So the freeze we don't need to worry about. Everything else, well, not so much. So what do we want to do? Do you want to get these out of the... Do you want to thaw them out, or do we want to just start putting fire everywhere? I'm of the opinion that fire everywhere is probably the way to go. I am, however, willing to go there and push them around, you see. Actually, what I'll do, I'll move that to there. Might be a better option for us here. I want to put that to there. I really wanted, ideally, to hit there and then push that into there, so when the ice comes up it breaks. See, they're all frozen. So they're not going to do anything anyway. Oh no, that's actually breaking its friend out of the ice. I just realised that. Yeah, it's breaking its friend out of the ice. Ideally, just fire across there is good. And the other one is fire there. Although, oh, even better. We could freeze that one, couldn't we? No, I don't think I want to freeze them all. I think I want to start getting them, taking them out, basically. We could do that, which will break the ice. Which means it attacks itself. Does that break the ice? It pushes it, so it might break this ice. It might break both of the ice, actually. I'm going to try it, actually. It does break both of... Yeah, it does break the ice. That attack order is still in play. So let's just get everybody set on fire. There we go. Might regret this later on, but I'm trying to get some experience as best I can. And there's the health removed. And some more firing. More freezing. So that's going to be dead next turn. There's 2 more spawns with an elite. That's going to be a problem. It's the webbing. Whatever the web's going to cause me the problems. There's the webbing. Okay. Right. So, immediate threats. That isn't one, because it's going to die with the fire. That sort of is one. Actually, no, it's not, because it's going to hit with fire and then it's going to be frozen. So that isn't a threat. That isn't a threat, really, because it's going to cause a point of damage. That, however, is going to cause a lot of damage. So we need to prevent that. And that one is as well. My initial thought is to do that, which will push them around. However, that's not going to help me out. Right. I'm looking at the order here. There looks like there'll be some sort of sequence I can follow. Doing that would allow me to swap that into the water and kill it. Right, yes, that could work. And then what about this one? Well, I could just like shoot it. I could be even cleverer, go there and do that. It'll take another point of damage. I'll take a point of damage, but so will it. Go on. Okay, that does that. That goes there, swaps out. That dies. That gets hit with flame. And pushed back, which is the main thing. End the turn. Fire. Kills one. Another fire. And then another fire. And then another fire. And then freeze. There's your freeze. So we've got 2 of them that are on fire with 1 health remaining. So that's the end of their game. And yeah, nothing to worry about. That's going to fire, it's already dead. That's going to charge, it's already dead. However, we can use it to our advantage in the sequence. No, we can't, because sequence 1 is fire, so it's going to be dead anyway. How do we kill this? Is there a way? There is a way. There is a way, I believe. Yes, there is just a way. We want to move to there. Want to hit that with fire. Move that to there, and then drop it in the water by a swap. 3 experience. How much experience are we on? Oh, they're all at max level, so it's not going to matter experience-wise now. Our option then to try and kill that, there is a possibility of killing it, because I can go there and then do that, but it's not going to matter. Oh, it doesn't actually do that. Oh well, end of turn. One's dead there. That's dead there. There you go, that's it. So actually, yes, max experience. Didn't take that into account. So we're not doing this for experience anymore. We'll open the pod though, which gives us Raining Death. A dangerous projectile that damages everything it passes. Oh wow. So it does 1 damage to everything in front of it apart from the last tile, which does 2 damage, but it gives you 1 damage anyway. I don't think I'll be using that. And a reactor core, which is always useful. So let's have a look. So yeah, we're not worried about experience, so basically now it's about getting through the missions with the like the achievement, not achievements, the stars, the corporate reputation. So the question is, where do we want to put this thing? I'm going to install it here and then give ourselves an extra 2 range, which means we can now swap at 4 tiles, because I think that would be useful. We have 1 more fight in us before we have to fight the last boss of this island, and we're on 23 good defense, that's fine. So we've got central processing, which is freezing, and then the what's this one? Venting field. These machines are not currently themselves. Look past their malfunctioning aggression and see them as living beings. Freeze and defend both robots, and protect the generator. Well, there's the robots there. I can't mouse on them because it changes it, but the robot's just to the left of the mouse here. And those... how can we freeze them? Ah, there's a tank there. That tank we can probably use to freeze them. And then there's that one. That seems like it would be really difficult. And it is a 3 rating, so maybe it will be. This one, however, kill at least 7 enemies, protect the coal plant. High threat detected. Yeah, so it is it's a high difficulty mission. 1 extra alpha vec will be present. So we're going to have 2 alphas. And we have to protect these. We do have a lot of pushback, but we have no tiles to drop them in the water. I'm going to play it safe and go for this one. Okay, so we are going to spawn as per usual, and we will confirm. So kill these 7 enemies. We could hopefully do this by dropping them in the water. We've got another pod coming down. That's unprecedented, having 2 pods in a row. That's going to freeze itself because it's an idiot. That's going to freeze itself. You're going to get a lot of this, you see. And you can see a lot of them are breaking themselves out. Okay, so our main ally is the water. Even though we are fire, we can use that to our advantage. If we went there and did that, it would cause a lot of things to break. See there, it would break that tile because of the backblast. We'll break that tile because of the flame. It will push these out of the way. And then it would sadly break that open, which is not what I want. Because once we've done that, I can... well, I'll have access to these 2. That means we can then... that means we can then... well, don't have to deal with that. But that one, I think we could probably swap it into the water and drop it in. And then we'll have this one remaining, which probably go ahead and push that back to there and set it on fire and block a spawn. Alternatively, we can get this mech into there and do a similar sort of thing. That will break these out of the ice. Like that. It means that it's not going to attack, I don't think. I could go there and do the same. No, I can't. Going there is probably the best option. Then doing that. I mean, we could just kill it. Oh, no, we can't because it's in the ice. Doing that. Either way, we need these two out of the way. I think that was the best course of action in the first place. See, so that's gonna block a spawn. That's gonna charge into a wall. That one's doing nothing. We've still got these left. My thoughts are to get rid of that because leaping around is just an annoyance. And that. Fire and block a spawn. Because we don't care about the spawns. We can block them all we want now. Here. And there we go. That gets rid of that. I was going to get rid of that one, but I think that's easier to kill. So let's just see if that bears fruit. Okay. So no spawns this turn, but lots of leaping, which is going to freeze them anyway. We do have to kill at least 7 enemies though, remember. It's part of our objective, so we want to try and break them out, if needs be. That one's an easy kill, we can push it into the water. That one... not so much. Okay. The difficulty is they're all in a big line now, so we can't actually move past. And if I do that, it's going to break those two out, but not set them on fire, sadly. That one's... well, we could hit it with fire like that. That will just get it killed, won't it? Because the fire will be first. It's 2 damage from the first hit because when it's already on fire, you just cause 2 damage. And it pushes it back. I'll actually do it like that instead of pushing it back because then it puts fire onto that one. And then on the fire turn, that'll be killed. We've still got these 2 remaining. I could then, if I wanted to, go there and push, but I don't because I want to swap. I want to swap to there. And then I've got this one remaining to set fire to that. It feels like there's a smarter way of doing this. Doing that would break that out with a fire and hit that for 1 damage. I could then use the artillery to hit on that, which pushes... that sets that on fire, which will end up getting it killed. Pushing it that way. Breaking my shield, but then that'll fire. And I've still got a swap. Is there not a better way of doing that? I mean, I could push that there, break that. Nah, it's just going to break it and do that. That's the problem, that one. That's the issue, really. Artillery, we could do something clever with it, like go, say, here and do that, but it's just going to freeze stuff. It's all these mines. I could shoot the mines, but no. No, I think what the original idea was fine. So, flame on there, so that'll be killed this turn. We're going to go there and we'll do a swapsy. And then the artillery piece can go... where do you want to go? I'm very tempted just to set that tile on fire. Well, actually going there and setting that tile on fire would be useful as well. And we're going to get 3 spawns anyway. Yeah, go on. That's fine, I think. I think so. So there's another kill there. So we're up to 3 enemies out of the 7. And out of the 2 that have spawned, they're already on fire. And one of them just frozen itself. So that's not good. That one's an easy kill. I'm just going to drop it in the water. That one's already on fire. I'm just thinking here. Get rid of that. That one's burning, but it's going to take a while. Well, that one's going to be dumped in the water. I don't know. I just don't know what side of. I'm thinking over this side. Not that matters. Right, that's gone. So 4 enemies of 7. Only got this turn and another to finish them off. Pushing that there would freeze that, so that's not an option. Defrosting those was an option, certainly. That gets that on fire. Not that it matters too much at the moment. And that's just going to cause damage around the board, which also breaks that one out. And gets rid of the frozen mine. Is that overdoing it? It might be overdoing it, though. Because that's going to give us... Oh, no. No. Right, let's do the maths. So if I do this, I'm going to destroy that mine and set it on fire. I think it destroys the mine. It'll hit this Sion mech, which is giving everybody 2 health. And push it into there, which breaks that one out. That's not going to do anything this turn. It's got no orders. And the fire phase, that'll burn and that'll burn. That'll be dead because it's already hitting it there, so it gets put to 0, which kills it. This then drops to 1 health because it's only got 4 health, but this Sion's giving it 2, I believe. 1 HP, sorry, 1 HP. It's giving it 1 HP. But with the burn, that puts it down to 1 HP for next turn, which means I don't have to worry about it. So that's 2 kills. That's on to 6, plus another one of that 7. Sometime next turn. Okay, end the turn. So fire will burn there, won't kill it. Fire will burn there, we will kill it. That's now on 1 health if my calculations are correct, which means it should be a very easy task to just ignore it, and we need to kill something else. That's already on fire, which means that's going to die. So we've already completed the mission. I believe that's correct. So, that's on fire. Yes, it is. And that's on fire. Yes, it is. Fire is 1, so that's going to burn. That's going to burn 5, 6, 7. That's done. And protect coal plant. That's done. Which means it's just the remaining ones. So quite frankly, I'm going to push that into the freezer there. And then I'm going to push that into there because it deserves it. And then this one, I can fire some fire there and kill it because we can. We don't even need to wait for the fire. And then the end of the turn. And then there you go. 7 enemies killed. There you go. Another perfect island. Didn't expect it. We have got an extra grid defense because we're already on max grid. And another one of these pods, which is a reactor core, always useful. And seismic activity, we now have corporate HQ. Where are we going to put the core? The core... having an extra move on the swapper might be of some use. The Rain of Death I'm not too keen on. The Mercury Fist is good, but quite frankly something I... haven't really got a big use for... Well, an extra use would be nice, but having 5 damage is just the right amount, I think, to really, really hit something hard. Extra move would be good. I really want to start doing the extra damage, though. +2 damage on the artillery would be good. I'm going to start working on that. We could remove the health and that and give it +2 damage. Quite frankly, though, I believe that is still the way forward at this point. Extra health is safety net. The extra movement is just extremely useful for getting it where it needs to be. Okay, so Pinnacle Tower under attack. My analysis processes unable to identify the species of Vec threatening us. Caution is advised. Destroy the Sion Abomination and protect the corporate tower. It's a spider mech. A spider vec, rather. And that is a Sion Abomination, which has got 5 health, and all other vec gain +1 HP regeneration and explode on death. Ooh! Okay, this could be to our advantage, because it can easily go into the water at my first opportunity. Right, okay. I don't think there's any bit of me that doesn't want to just charge forward and get that dead, and the way to do it would be to do that straight away. The flame, the backburn, would not only free up, well, kill that tile there, it would also free up them. It would also push that into the water. That dies. There will be an explosion though, but I don't know what that will do. These will all get hit, and then that... Yeah, go on. It's too... Oh yeah, it does that. Okay. Oh, that just burns it, so it hasn't freed up, but what it has done is allows me to come up here and do this. I don't really know what else to say there. I mean... Can we swap that far? Oh my god, we can. Oh, and I've just got an achievement for swapping that far. End the turn. There might have been a smarter play, but quite frankly, being able to hit with 5 damage just the once, I see no reason why I shouldn't have done that. I think that is the perfect play. I think that is fine. That's good. Okay, so still not out of the woods yet. We have this thing, the Alpha Leaper, attacking the civilian building. Quite frankly, this is an easy task, I think. Yeah, it's easy. Fire. Water. And more fire. Yep. I'll be honest, I'm not really bothered now. Quietly confident that we may have this fight in some way. Okay. Let's not get cocky, kid, though. Let's just get rid of all these. How are we going to get rid of that one? I'm not really bothered about them spawning. I'm probably just going to stop them like that. On fire. 2 damage, and then you'll be burnt with the rest of it. There you go. 1 spawn, 2 spawn, blocked. There we go. Well, 1 spawn, 2nd spawn blocked, and another spawn. So 2 more spawns last turn. Well, you can just get into the river, mate. You can get set on fire. And then I'm going to go forward and hit you. For 2 damage with a hit. 2nd on the mountain, 1 more left, which means as soon as this goes to fire phase, you die. By far, I believe, the easiest mission we have done. The last one, anyway. That would be... The defenders finish a corporate island without taking building damage. Perfect island. You've saved Pinnacle, accomplishing every objective without fail. Allow me to provide additional aid. Vortex Fist. I've never seen that before. Prime class weapon. Damage and push all adjacent tiles to the left. That's an interesting one. Harold Schmidt. Push adjacent tiles when repairing. +2 mech HP. Not bad. And also plus grid defense. And there we go. Absolutely perfect island. So what we want to do is we want to say reputation reward. Well, oh, no, do we get to pick one? Oh, we get to pick one. My mistake. I don't really want... Harold would be nice. Unlock them, maybe. But I think we're going to stick with what we've got. So we'll go for the grid defense. Spend reputation. We want +1 reactor core because I'm going to install that. Take the HP off it. It now has +2 damage. We are going to see what there's for sale. A shrapnel cannon. Brute class weapon. We don't have one. It's just basically a honking space gun. We have an attraction pulse, which is pull one towards you. We're using it as a swapper. That's fine. Kick-off booster. Mechs gain +1 move if they start their turn adjacent to each other. Oh, well, we do tend to do that, but it's not going to be placed anywhere because we've got no free slots. I could get rid of the acid projector, though. And also, repairing one mech will repair all mechs. Again, that's quite useful. I'm going to donate that weapon. I don't want it. I really don't want it. I don't want that. Don't really want that. Kick-off boosters. Default is free. The second one is not. The field repair. I think out of all the things, the kick-off boost is the best one because we do all start in that little grid in the front. But it means getting rid of the acid projector, which we've hardly ever used. We mainly use the teleporter. Extra move would be nice though. I'm not bothered about the health loss on that one. +1 move's good. We've got a shield. And ideally, like a little bit more movement on that. Economy, though. Think about it. Go on, Terry. Think about it. If we have a kick-off booster, it's free, right? Which means we get the additional move. No. We wanted the additional move as standard. Yeah, I think that's fine. Extra range on that would be good. That's perfectly fine. Extra move on that. Yes, would like. Okay, so you know what? I think it's just do that. Install. Oh, I didn't mean to put both of them on that, but I guess undo. Install one. +1 move on that one. Yes. And install +1 health, and then next time we either give it additional use on the fist or we give it the flamethrower upgrade. So additional range, which would be quite good. Nothing else to spend. And there we go. That is Pinnacle and secured. Next episode, if there's a call for it, we'll go for detritus disposal and see how much we can fail on that one. Although, yeah, we absolutely smashed it. Happy about that. Very happy with that. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if we should continue, what we should do, whether it be to go to detritus or go to the volcanic hive. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.